নমস্কার, গুড আফটারনুন। একবার সব উঠি যাচ্ছে Akobo. Thank you so much. Respected chief guest cum chief attraction of today's program, the ex-teacher, ex-subject teacher of this august institution, my friend Mr. Shahid Ahmad Bodbuye sir, presently working in Kaki Junior College, subject teacher English. My esteemed principal, Dr. Badrul Alam Chaudhary, all the dedicated staff of these institutions, and my dear students. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the students that you have been sitting here since morning and still you are sitting in a position, it seems that you want to learn something from with the teachers and especially from the chief guest. Inshallah, chief guest has informed you about the latest rules and regulations of Higher Secondary Council final examinations, and I do hope that this will immensely benefit you when you will sit for the final examinations. My dear students, it is session ending of HS first year. Generally we think that HS first year is a time for rest, it's a rest year. But from our experience we have seen that the student who takes first year as the rest year, they cannot show a good result in the final examinations because they remain out of track. So it's my request, it's my advice to the HS first year students that be in track, be motivated all the times. Already you have finished our first year course. Within 2 or 3 days we will start our second year course. We will start our second year course, but our focus will remain in HS first year because without getting clearance in your higher secondary first year final examination, you cannot go to the second year class. So my first request to all the students, and especially to the student of HS first year, that you have to be motivated all the time. You have to be dedicated all the time. But now question arise, sir, how we can be motivated for whole year? To be motivated for whole year, some qualities you must have, then you can be motivated for whole year. Because from our experience we have seen that the students sometimes make a routine, starts reading, read for 14 hours, 16 hours, up to 7 days or up to 15 days or up to month. But after a month, again he or she slows down herself. Why it is happening? Because it is due to the lack of motivations, lack of dedication. Now question arises, how motivation will come? My dear students, to be motivated, first things it is needed, and that is you have to be regular. You have to come to your college regularly. You have to come to your institution regularly. Because if you come to your institution regularly, what will happen? Your teachers, your principals, your academic teachers will all the time advise you, will all the time say something by which you may be knowingly or unknowingly motivated. Every day your battery will be recharged. And when you will be recharged, at that time you will remain motivated. And when you will be motivated, at that time you will get interest. And when you will be interested, at that time attention will come. And when there is attention, at that time your reading and writing will go smoothly and you can reach your destination without any problem. So to be focused on your study, to be dedicated on your study, first thing is regularity. From our experience, we have seen that the students who are regular, the student who are coming to the college regularly, he or she may not show a good result in the HS matriculate examination, but they are showing very good and brilliant result in every year's final examination with that teachers are witness about that result. And the student who thinks that I will not be so much regular, because in matriculate examination I got 85%, 82%. Now arts examination is very much easy. I can finish it within 2 or 3 months before the final examination. You can think so, but your result will not come. So my first request, my first advice to all the students, especially to the HS first year student, that to be motivated and to remain dedicated all the time, you have to be regular in your class. If you are regular, inshallah, automatically you will be motivated. Second thing you have to do, and that is be obedient. You have to be obedient to your parents. You have to be obedient to your teachers. You have to be obedient to the management of the college. Because if you remain obedient, what will happen? Because these teachers, these management people will all the time advise you, will all the time enlighten you that if you come to the college regularly, if you read regularly, you will reach your destination easily, and one day you can be in your position whatever at present you were thinking. And for that reason, you have to be obedient. We have seen from our experience, my dear students, that the student who had shown good result in matriculate examination, and who had thought that we already knew so many things and he or she is not bothering about the advice of the principal and the teachers, that student becomes completely ruin their life. They cannot show good result in the final examinations. So this thing you have to remember, especially I am calling to the HS first year student, that if you want to be motivated, if you want to reach to your destination, then you have to be obedient. Never ever think that I know too much. Never ever think in your life that I know too much than that of my teachers. Whenever this ego will come into your brain, at that time you will be finished. Your life will be completely destroyed. We have so many examples in front of you also. You will get so many examples if you see in your life. The students who are not obedient, they cannot show good result in the final examinations or in any examinations. Number 3, another thing I want to share with you, that to be motivated all the time, another thing is very much important, and that thing is that you have to be voracious reader. You have to be studious. You have to read day in and day out. Nowadays there is a mobile, and students and sometimes we the teachers also spend our time in mobile. If we use our mobile perfectly, it will give good result, but if we use it negatively, it will completely destroy our life. And for that reason, all the time we request our HS first year and secondary student, don't take mobile until and unless you clear higher secondary final examination. So this request will remain to our HS first year student, especially that in the next year also, or in these 2 years, please don't use your mobile. And this is the reason for which we strictly prohibit our student to take mobile inside the college campus. Because nowadays, so many minus things are available in your mobile, especially mobile which have the net facility. So don't use mobile until and unless you clear your higher secondary final examination. It's my request to you, each and everyone. And about the reading habit, I want to tell another thing to you. That in Hinduism, there are 4 sects, 4 divisions. They are Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Shudras are the lowest category of the people. And according to their religion, if Shudras sacrifice their life, spends their time in serving above 3 categories, that is Brahmin, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas, then they will be immensely rewarded hereafter after their death. That means they will get abundance of virtues from the side of God. And this is not an easy thing. Shudras, they are only one community and they have to sacrifice, they have to honor, they have to do their service, these 3 communities, that is Brahmin, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. Then comes Vaishyas. Vaishyas means business people. Business people, we already know it, but we know it very well. They're the people who are businessmen. They don't get time for their family. They don't get time to talk with their friends. They have to remain busy all the time. It is also one of the toughest work. Again, we have Kshatriyas. And Kshatriyas are the people, they have to be ready all the time to sacrifice their life for the interest of their country and for the interest of the community. This is also one of the hardest tasks. But according to the scholars, according to the experts, Brahmin people, they read. And reading is the most difficult task in the world. A person, a community who reads, that community, that person can develop in their life. My dear student, please use your 100% time in study, because if you remain study or in study all the time, one day you will see that you have become an habituated reader, and when you will be habituated reader, at that time you will see that after finishing your course subject, you are getting enough time to read extra book also, to read reference book also, to read general knowledge books also. Another thing I want to tell all my students, that some of my students will appear for the higher secondary final examination after 20 or 25 days. From today, you make your mind that when I will get admitted in BA examination, along with my BA preparations, I will do preparation for the competitive examination. Because nowadays competitive examination is becoming easy. Easy in the sense, because in the competitive examination, at present you can say there is zero corruptions. If you can read properly, if you engross yourself in study, you will see that in any examination, competitive examination, either in APSC or IS or any examination, you might be successful. And to be successful, you must need that you have to be a voracious reader. You have to be studious. All the time you have to be with book. Another thing I want to tell my student to be motivated all the time, that is aim high. All the time you think high. All the time you have to achieve unachievable goals. That means if teachers tell any students that you will get only 80% marks, and if you get 80% marks according to the education, it is not success. Your teachers are telling that you will get first divisions. Your friends are telling that you will get first divisions, but you are getting star marks. Your teachers are telling that you will get star marks, but you are getting distinction marks. That is called success. So my dear students, always you have to aim high. Another thing, last thing I want to tell to my HS first year student especially, we have a bad name. Bad name in the sense that some of our ex-students, some of our present students, after entering into the college, they think that this college is just like the jail. Yes, we are proudly announcing that our college is a jail. And the student who will think himself that I am the jail inmates, I am the inhabitant of the jails, and if you follow the rules and regulation of this jail, one day from this jail you will come out as a successful person. You should not think that this jail is for your torturing, this jail is for your punishment. You have to think that this is the jail where I will follow rules and regulation, and one day this jail will turn me into a good man, into a big man. My dear students, you have heard the name of Kanhaiya Kumar. Kanhaiya Kumar is the student leader of Jawaharlal Nehru University. He was in jail for 2 or 3 months, and when he came out, at the time reporter was asking him, Kanhaiya, tell about the experience of jail. Then he told that in jail one quotation of Mahatma Gandhi was written there. Quotation was just like that: if every people spends their life as they are spending in the jail under rules and regulation, that person will be completely a perfect person. জেলৰ ভিতৰত যিবিলাক নিয়ম আছে সেইবিলাক নিয়ম যদি মানুহে বাহিৰত গৈ পুৰা মতে পালন কৰি দিয়ে তেতিয়ালে সেই মানুহজনৰ লাইফটো বোলে একদম পুৰা ঠিক হৈ যাব. So my dear student, in this college we want to teach our student, we want to inculcate all the qualities amongst our students, so that when you come out from this college you can become a good man, you can become a successful man, you can become a assets to the society. You should not be the liability to the society. My dear students, we all the teachers under the leadership of Dr. Badrulam Chaudhary, from the morning to the dawn, we are working for you. Already our beloved Chief Guest cum Chief Attraction of today's program have declared that in his college, they were trying their level best to pull the student to the college, but the students are not coming. Teachers are ready to offer their service, but the students are not doing so. He's regretting for that. And in our college also, we have seen 95% students are coming out, but there are 5% students who are not following us. And you will see in the coming final examinations, the students who are irregular, the student who are disobedient, the student who did not have any kind of high aim in life, the students who are irregular, they cannot show a good result in the examination. So my special request will be with the first year student that you have, from this meeting, you have to take one pledge that from tomorrow, I will be completely different person. I will give my 100% time to my study. I will be regular. I will be attentive. I will be obedient. And I will do whatever my parents and my teacher ask me to do. If you have such kind of mentality, inshallah, you will be successful in all aspects. And we all the teachers are ready all the time, 24/7 to help you. So I do hope that my first year student have understood the responsibility from the speeches of all my teachers, guests, and they will spend their coming years in this way. My dear student, one thing you have to know, that this is the examination. The result of the higher secondary final examination will make you or ruin you. Thousands of higher secondary pass students are roaming in Chaudhary Bazar and Murajar area. They are not getting any job. So I am requesting the HS first year and second year student that whatever time still remains, use it 100%. If 25 days are there, you make it 75 days by multiplying into 3. And in this way, if you read, inshallah, you be able to achieve a very good result in the coming final examination. And already, Shantana madam has told that we have made the result of HS second year also. We will not announce the result formally on tomorrow. But you can know your result from our office room. This examination result was not so bad. Just you have to try again. In this result, we have seen 58 students have got first division. This is not a bad result at all. So if you try hard again, you will see that your result in the final examination will be one of the best result, not only in Mulajar Center, but in the district of Hujai also. This is completely possible. So I do hope that you will come to college on the next 2 days also, because on tomorrow we have the farewell ceremony of higher secondary student, and day after tomorrow we have the career council and examination guidance program. So you all the student, on tomorrow and day after tomorrow's meeting, you have to come with full preparation. You have to come with full uniform. You have to come with all the qualities which a good student should have, because other student from matriculate level, they will come, they will see you, they will follow you, and from here they have to take some good example to be told to their own classmates. And I do hope that you all the student will follow the advice of all the teachers, and all the time you have to dedicate yourself for your study. You have to motivate yourself for your study. If you do so, inshallah, from this college we will get rank, we will get star marks, we will get distinction mark. With this expectation, I am concluding my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.